From the following balance sheet of Mr. Zen, prepare cash flow statement as per accounting standard 3 for the year ended 31st March 20x1. So balance sheet of Mr. Zen is given. Zen's capital, can you see opening is 10 lakh, closing is 1224. Matlab there is a change. Okay. Now guys, you can't say this is issue of shares. This is Mr. Zen, sole proprietor. Capital. Okay. Trade payables is increasing. Mrs. Zen's loan, spouse's loan, opening 2 lakh, closing nothing, matlab repaid, financing activity. Loan from bank, opening is 324 lakh, matlab further loan taken of 80,000. Land, opening 6 lakh, closing 880, matlab purchased land by 280. Machinery, opening 640, 440, inventories, trade receivables, okay, and cash. Okay. Now, additional information. Machinery costing rupees 80,000, whose accumulated depreciation was 24,000, was sold for 40,000. Calculate profit or loss. Huh, beta? 16,000 is profit on sale. Loss or profit है? Loss है. Loss of 16,000. ठीक है. Guys, very important. The provision for depreciation on 1st April X0 was 2,000 and on 31st March X1 is 3 lakh 20, 2 lakhs and 3 lakh 20,000. अब बहुत important है to understand the concept of provision for depreciation. First of all, what is this provision for depreciation? What account is this? Depreciation is a non-cash expenditure. It means that we do not have to pay depreciation to anybody. Like rent we pay to landlord. So we don't have to pay depreciation to anybody. So, but you're providing for the expense. Iska matlab, you're providing for removal of money from P&L and save it in the hundi. Why? Provision hundi. Why? Because after 10 years, when the asset will dispose, that time you will need funds to buy, no. So you are removing money from P&L and saving it in the hundi. So that we have created, we call it as provision for depreciation. Now guys, understand two ways of recording a asset. First, in the machinery account, you write to bank, Chital, dhyan de beda board pe, 10 lakhs. You provide for depreciation 1 lakh. You do balance carried down 9 lakh. Okay. You make a depreciation account to machinery 1 lakh and by how do you close depreciation account? By carried down balance. P&L or balance carried down? P&L. Depreciation is a expense. All expenses are at the year end transferred to P&L. Am I clear till here? No expense will ever have two balance brought down. Kabhi nahi hoga beta. Because all expenses are closed and transferred to P&L. Am I clear till here? Okay. Now in the balance sheet, you will write machinery at 9 lakhs. This is way one way of presentation. Second way, you write machinery to bank 10 lakhs. Now, in the depreciation account, you're providing an expense of 1 lakh, correct? Now they say this 1 lakh is saving it, no, in the hundi. So you please create the hundi. You create the provision account. Instead of writing depreciation in the asset account, you write it in the provision account 1 lakh. So it's basically accumulating accumulating of funds. ठीक है? So in depreciation you write provision for depreciation, close it by transferring to P&L. Same thing. And provision for depreciation you are creating every year. जैसे I'm not going to do other years, but just to make you understand, next year it will have balance brought down of 1 lakh. Again next year you will provide depreciation of 1 lakh. So balance carried down will become 2 lakh. 2 lakh for 2 years. ऐसा कर करके 10 years का 10 lakhs हो जाएगा. So you have saved in the hundi 10 lakh. Removed money from P&L and not paid anybody. You understand? That's how it will go. Okay? Now, this was only for your understanding. Up. This is a which account? Asset. This is a expense. This is a provision account. What category of account? Asset, liability, income, capital, expense. It is a liability. It is a liability. It is a liability because there is a purpose for which we have to use it. Okay, so that is why it is a liability. Am I clear till here? ये तो जाएगा P&L में. Up in the balance sheet, you write here machinery, balance carried down same 10 lakh. Asset, this is a liability. Liability should appear on the liability side of balance sheet. Either you write it on the liability side or you minus from the asset. Effect remains the same. So 9 lakh. So here also you're showing asset 9 lakh. Here also you're showing asset 9 lakh. So either eat like this or eat like this. It's the same thing. It's just that one extra account. Am I clear till here? Now, I have explained you the entire concept of PFD. Now you should be able to answer. Ab dhyan de, come back to the question. Come back to the question. Can you see plant and machinery is appearing in the balance sheet? In the balance sheet. Can you also see provision? In the balance sheet. Can you see provision? No. So, for the balance sheet purpose, can I say they have followed way 1? They have done this. They have not put depreciation in the provision account. Had they put the depreciation in the provision account, then this is how it would appear in the balance sheet. Correct? No. Iska matlab they have done this. This is how it is appearing, right, in the balance sheet. Iska matlab they have done way 1. In the adjustment, they have given us provision ka opening and closing. Did you understand what they are doing here? In the balance sheet, they are telling way 1. But in the adjustment, they are telling way 2. So isko, we have to keep this in mind and then we have to do. Am I clear till here? Chalo. Ab start karenge. In the books of Mr. Z, cash flow statement. Cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March X1. Cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March X1. Cash flow from operating activity cash flow from operating activity. Leave about 6 lines, 6 to 7 lines. Cash flow from investing activities. Okay, leave about 5 to 6 lines. And lastly, cash flow from financing activities. Okay, particular amount, financing activities, 2, 3, 4 lines. Okay, we will start from the start of the question now. For operating activities, can I say First one, Zen's capital is given. Now capital may, can I say you will add net profit? Correct? For the capital you will add net profit. Then there will be drawings, interest on capital, interest on drawings. Then you will have additional capital bought in. So there is a difference, and there can be, this difference can be due to a lot of reasons. We don't know what it will be. So we should always open an account. Okay? So we will write capital account, balance bought down 10 lakh, balance carried down 1224. Okay? We will see what the difference is later. Okay? Now, next one. Trade payables. Bolo. There is a increase of 32,000. इधर लिखेंगे बेटा. Operating activities. Now this will be obviously indirect method. So net profit. Trade payables is increasing. So we should add increase in trade payables 32,000. Okay. Mrs. Zen's loan. It is repaid. So it will go in financing activities. Repayment of Mrs. Zen's loan 2 lakh. In bracket, because this is a outflow. Loan from bank. Further loan taken. Bank loan 80,000 inflow. So positive. Okay. Then coming to assets, land increase of 280. So लिखेंगे purchases of land outflow 2,80,000 in the bracket. Then now coming to the main adjustment, plant and machinery. Now tell me first things. This plant and machinery which is appearing in the balance sheet is original cost or written down value? Written down value. And can I say if you are doing the provision wala method, then asset should appear at original cost or written down value? Original cost. See here. Here asset will always appear at original cost. Okay? So now prepare two accounts. One will be plant and machinery account, and second will be provision for depreciation account. Okay? Now, provision ka, in the adjustment, they have told balance bought down was 2 lakh. Balance carried down was 3,60,000. No, 320. Sorry, 320. 3,20,000. Okay? The same thing about plant and machinery. Balance bought down. Now tell me here, balance bought down. When you write, it should be original cost or written down value? Original cost. The figure that you have is from written down value. How will you arrive at original cost? Add back depreciation. So 640 is the written down value. If you add back depreciation of 2 lakh, so it will become 8.4 lakhs. Correct, everybody? Okay? And the same way for balance carried down, your balance carried down that they have given is 4.4, for which you will add back 3.2 तो कितना होगा बेटा? 7.6 lakhs. Am I clear till here? You understand, right? Why I'm doing this? Because there is a provision account. इसका मतलब asset account should always appear at original cost. So you have written down value. How will you arrive at original cost? By adding back the depreciation. Clear till here? No. Now there is a asset whose cost is 80,000, on which there is a accumulated depreciation of 24,000, was sold for 40,000. How to account for this? How to account for this? Now asset is getting sold. So can I say asset is decreasing? Matlab you will write it on the credit side. What and all you will write? Tell me. First क्या लिखो? By bank? Okay. By bank how much? We are receiving 40,000. Okay. फिर प्रॉफिट है कि लॉस है? लॉस है तो बाई होगा ना बेटा. बाई लॉस ऑन सेल 16,000. That's it. Depreciation. First of all, can you tell me how much will be the depreciation? They have given no already it was 24. See guys, take your calculators. If you can add 40, 24 and 16, हुआ 80. 40, 24 and 16 is 80, no? Correct? See, this is the original cost of the asset. From the asset, worth 80 is going out. Are you understanding? तो full 80 should be credited. तो अब मुझे बोल, ये 24,000 from where will it come? Provision account. So can I say here you will write by provision for depreciation account. So if you have written in machinery by, so in provision to plant and machinery account 24,000. Am I clear till here? Am I clear till here? Everybody, पक्का पक्का समझ में आया इधर तक? अब asset is fully sold. Asset is fully sold. No, we have recorded for all the three things: bank, depreciation, and loss. Now, first check in plant and machinery account. Is there any balancing figure or self tally? Self tally, मतलब 8,40,000 was there. Sold 80, तो 760 तो बचना चाहिए. Self tally over. This account is tallied. Now, what about provision account? Self tally? No. कितना है मेरा balancing figure? 1,44,000. Can anybody tell me what is this 1,44,000? If you don't know, come here. Come here. In the provision account, what am I writing on the credit side? Every time I showed you, you remember? Balance brought down 1 lakh. Current year's depreciation 1 lakh. Therefore, balance carried down 2 lakh. Next year, balance brought down 2 lakh. Current year's depreciation 1 more. Balance carried down 3. ऐसा ही तो होता रहेगा. So what is this 144? Where am I writing? Here only. What is this 144? Depreciation. This is, if you want, write it for your own understanding. Depreciation for current year. This is depreciation for current year. Am I clear till here? Now, both the accounts have tallied. Up we will start posting. Okay? Up we will start posting. Up first in the balance brought down will never go anywhere. What about bank? What is this? Sale. Idhar likho. Investing activity. Very good. Sale of plant and machinery. 40,000. Okay. Then there is PFD. PFD, one effect here, second effect here, it gets nullified. Loss on sale of asset. Should we write anywhere or ignore? Operating, because this is a non-operating expense which we would have recorded in P&L. So now reversal. तो क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? What shall we write? Add back loss on sale of plant and machinery 16,000. ठीक है? Then in this account, balance brought down, balance carried down. We don't write anywhere. What about depreciation? Where should we write? Add it back to operating activities because depreciation is a non-cash expenditure. That time we would have minused the depreciation in P&L. So now we should add back. Add back depreciation. 1,44,000. Clear till here? Bas baki sum is very easy. Chalo, inventories. There is a decrease of, will add बोल बेटा. हाँ. Okay. She asked the doubt. She self-clarified. I would have told you the doubt, but I also didn't understand. Okay. Next one. Trade receivables. बोलो. Increase. तो क्या करेंगे बेटा? Minus. Increase in trade receivables. You confused machinery and inventory. Okay. No, nothing. Still nothing. कितना है बेटा difference? 244 lakh 160. 244 ना बराबर. Cash will go cash and cash equivalent at the end. Okay. Additional information. Machinery costing 80,000 was sold for 40. Provision ka balance is given. Last one. Net profit for the year is 3,60,000. So that is our starting point. In capital also, very good. We will write profit for the year 3,60,000. Very good. In profit also, capital also we should write profit 3,60,000. Now can you check, is capital account self-tallying? No. There is a difference of this side. This, what will this be? Very good. This will be drawings. Barabar. Where shall we write drawings? Where should we write drawings? Financing activities. Drawings made. कितना बोला 136. Clear till here? Now we will tally the sum. बताओ कितना आता बेटा? हाँ, 4,72,000. This is net cash flow. Generated from operating activities. This will be negative 240. Net cash flow used in investing activities. Okay, so this will be 336, 256 negative. Net cash flow used in financing activities. ठीक है? So you get negative 24,000, which will be called as net cash flow used in activities. To this you will add opening cash and cash equivalent 80,000. You arrive at 56. वही है बेटा आंसर, या 80 correct. Closing cash and cash equivalent.